This video and its content are protected by and operate underneath the guides of the Fair Use Act. It will be used for reporting possible teachable moments, criticisms, but most importantly, my commentary and review. So, hey, YouTube, and anyone who gets butthurt, do not come copyright striking my channel. Also, everything in this video is allegedly according to what has been alleged, because even if we see them do it with our own two eyes, hear it come out of their mouths with our own two ears, or read it in court docs, it is still alleged because we weren't there, so we don't know what really happened.
Big poppin', money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me big poppin'. Money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me what the topic.
Yo, what's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin', Henny? Gang, 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 gang. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And if you are a returning Henny Gang member, let's get into this content. Let me take a sip first. So y'all know that I am on a little mini vacay away. And as I am on my mini vacay away, just because I'm on vacay don't mean that the Henny PIs and the Henny Media PIs, as well as the Henny Sniper, the media, Henny Snipers Media, have not been on their job, meaning keeping me posted with what's going on. And so I got an email and a message to check said email. And lo and behold, what do we have but a ruling in the Keefe D bail hearing? Now, as you know, I read the transcripts to the last one, and I believe we watched a little bit of it. If we didn't watch a little bit of it, I know I watched it, so my bad. I'll do a video on things, okay? How they were discussing that they didn't really trust old Cash Jones, a.k.a. CS2 Back, a.k.a. Duty Shooter, a.k.a. Wack100. You know, nobody trusted him in that courtroom, and they deemed him uncredible. We're going to get into that. And I'm going to say yours to everybody that is in the chat because I just want to kind of get the information out there too, y'all. So this is going to be one of those Henny speed rounds. So you got to keep up with me. So the last time when I read the court docs, you know, Henny be coming with the docs, baby. I read on the transcripts. I believe this is the one I want. Blase, blase, blah. Let's refresh our memories on what happened. I think I'm going to put this there just so that we, you know, so we can see it. And I think I'm going to big this. Oh, yeah. How do I like that? Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's refresh ourselves with some of the things that occurred during that court hearing for Keefe D's bond the first time. When asked if there was a financial agreement with the defendant, Jones responded, not as of yet. This is hardly consistent with the bond just being a gift, as attested to by Jones's letter. When asked if there were any stipulations associated with the defendant's release, particularly as it's related to television series, defendant denied it and claimed that he had nothing to do with television. I just showed y'all. Let me remind y'all. So remember, they asked him in court about what was the reason that he was bonding Keefe D out and if there were stipulations to it, because he said in his Vlad interview that he was thinking of bailing Keefe D out, provided that Keefe D let him do his documentary, which also results to Keefe D signing over his life rights for him to be able to tell his story. Okay. And the courts call a bushi on that story. But I'm going to play a little bit more of that video and then we'll get into the next one. He had nothing to do with television. Remember that. That's what he said, right? Nothing to do with television, but he did at one point in time, and he's an executive producer on a show right now. And you know what I also forgot? Wack made an appearance in Crazy in Love season 1 and season 2 as well. But let's continue. That's a source hearing. Of course, this court heard Jones say the exact opposite of his sworn testimony to DJ Vlad. There, Jones stated that he was going to bail out defendant, but only with the stipulation that Jones does a TV series with the defendant. Okay. Later, defendant was asked if he discussed a contract with the defendant while defendant was incarcerated. Jones answered that he merely inquired if defendant signed his life rights contract with someone else. Now, that's that part. But now let's get to this right here. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. Jones reiterated that he put up the money as quid pro quo for defendant's life rights. He wants Keefe D's life rights. It's right there in black and white. Quid pro quo, for people who don't know what that is, even though I think we've gone over this before, is I'll do this for you if you do this for me. But of course, these public statements did not prevent Jones from attempting to perpetuate a fraud in this court. On redirect examination, Jones represented that the contract being discussed on the jail call between Jones and the defendant was about a car title. Pause, remember? He said, because you got a car on the East Coast and they got to get it back over here. A very well-known car on the East Coast, and he got to bring it back home. So that's what the contract was for. But we knew that was a lie. Source hearing, blah, blah, blah. This is yet another false statement by Jones made under oath. Later, when asked by defendant's counsel if defendant has anything in writing that says that Jones will receive a benefit from defendant's story and release, Jones responded with an unambiguous no. Even this court attempted to cut through the morass of false statements by Jones. Now, we know what I said there. We said that I was using that. Isn't that just going to start using morass of false statements? But I want y'all to listen to how they're calling things out when it comes to him. They didn't believe nothing that this man said in court. Oh, don't that feel so bougie? Make you feel bougie on the inside. Why are you over there telling me those morass of false statements? That part. So now we got this out the way with the courts, but I want y'all to hear it from the transcripts for yourselves what their conclusion was of him. In a court of law, they calling you a liar. They on our side. They see like us. They do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not. Let me get back to it. I don't apologize. Asking Jones to explain the contract discussed in the jail call between Jones and the defendant. Rather than answer the court's questions, Jones rambled nonsensically, meaning he just ran his mouth. Oh, I like that. Rambled nonsensically. Why are you over there rambling nonsensically? Which is something that he does on a daily over there on Clubhouse 24/7, don't he? So I'm going to start putting that in my vocabulary, okay? It sounds bougie. It does. At the conclusion of arguments by counsel, this court stated that it was left with more questions than answers. But after Jones' testimony, one answer is clear, that Jones cannot be trusted to tell the truth. Jones has forever damaged his credibility and given the deception. Any representation made by Jones should be wholly disregarded. Now, I'm going to put this video in the description box when I get done doing this live, but this right here is what they are saying in the eyes of the law. Okay, this is not something that Henny made up. Y'all can go watch that video and you will see for yourselves that the courts said that he rambled nonsensically and he was telling a morass of false statements and that he could never be trusted in a court of law ever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am here to tell you that they did go into a hearing. There was a battle that was going on because he still was trying to get Keefe D out. He claims that he submitted his court docs and all of that. However, the courts came back and the courts had something to say today because the courts are not playing with Mr. Jones. Okay. Let me see if I can put it on my make it bigger, sis, screen for y'all. Excuse me. All right. So here we go. This is what was dropped today. Now we are waiting for the court docs to update, but this is what was dropped today on Microsoft by from the Associated Press. So this was the headline. The headline says, Judge in Tupac Shakur unaliving case suspect cover up for Keefe D. Davis bail funds. Okay. Former gang member Dwayne Keefe D. Davis had his bail once again denied on Tuesday, August 27th. And he will remain behind bars as he faces his first-degree unaliving charge for his role in the September 1996 unaliving of Tupac Shakur. Per the Associated Press, Clark District Court Judge Carly Kearney made a decision known on Tuesday and was uncertain of the origins of Davis's potential $750,000 bail funds. According to the Associated Press, Kearney said she was skeptical after receiving 2 letters that were identical, claiming that it was music exec Wack100 Jones who wired him the payment. Okay. I have a sense that things are trying to be covered up, the judge stated, after revealing the signatures on one letter was from one person not connected to the business, and the second had a typo in the name, as well as a return address to a doctor's office. Sure. Not Wack submitting fake, false documents in court. Henny Glasses in the chat, if that's what that sounds like they just said to you. That the courts just said that Wack100 submitted fake documents. If that's what you heard, drop me them Henny Glasses, because that's what I heard. I heard them say that. Okay, I see the Henny Glasses is flooding the chat right now. They're flooding the chat. That's what everybody heard. Okay, so we all hearing right now. Okay, Rakitha, I know Henny Glass for you as well. What you said? Oh, shoot, it jumped so quick. Say what? If this ain't a bag of foolishness. Okay. Faker than a $3 bill. You know. Yes, this is some hot Henny. Okay. You submitted fake paperwork. So this is why I called him Yogi Bear. Because you think you're smarter than the average bear and you're really not. Just like Yogi thought he was smarter than the ranger and smarter than the average bear to get the picnic baskets, but he always got caught. And this is you being caught yet again in some shady business, okay? I should have just named this more shady business from Wack100. Anyway, let's continue. Prosecutor Banu Palau believes the defense may have committed a crime if they indeed submitted false paperwork. I'm going to read that again. The prosecutor, I'm going to actually paraphrase it. The prosecutor says they believe that the defense committed a crime if they submitted that false paperwork. So now look at how everything spills out. You gave the prosecutor some fake documentation. They submitted it to court, and now they're looking at facing some criminal charges, possibly because guess what? The defense submitted false paperwork because that's what was given to them. All right. So now, according to the defense, what did they say behind this? They said the state takes that very seriously. According to the Associated Press, be advised that it will not go uninvestigated. So now it's under investigation. So now you don't got your fool self. Remember the RICO? Y'all remember the RICO? So not only do you have this RICO, now you've got Nevada investigating your paperwork, which means that they're investigating you and investigating the defense attorney, And this whole shenanigan, y'all shenan and shenan again. And this time you may have shenan the wrong way. All right. Wack100 previously testified in June about his motives for wanting to help bail out Davis. According to the Associated Press, Wack said that Davis has always been a monumental person in our community, especially the urban community. Pause. It's rare. How, Sway? How? Where? If somebody could tell me where and how this man was a monumental figure in the urban community, I will sit back and I will listen. And don't worry, for that answer, I will wait. Because I don't remember him doing anything monumental except for being very vocal in any interview that he did, where he basically was saying that he had something to do with the unaliving of Pac. So what did he do that was so monumental? The world is watching right now, especially those who were around in 1996 and know how that affected our community when Pac was unalived. Okay. Let's continue to read on. We are almost done because it was not a lot that was said in this. All right. Wack also discussed bailing out Keefe D during an interview with Vlad earlier this year. It's only $750,000, he told Vlad at the time. I've been thinking about going to get him with the stipulation that I'll do the series on it. Okay. However, Jones also admitted in a June court hearing that he sometimes says things for entertainment purposes and to drive up engagement. So he admitted that he sometimes be capping. You're a self-admitted capper and clapper. I couldn't help myself. Clappers to the front. Hey, hey. All right, let me stop. Kefi D was preparing to post bond back in June, but when he went to enter his $750,000 bail, the court blocked the process due to concerns about the legitimacy of the funds. In addition to denying Keefe D's bid to be released on house arrest, Kearney also pushed Davis's trial back to November 4th, from November 4th to March 17th on Tuesday. This man ain't going to court until 2025 now. Now you're going to sit there. You wasted the court's time. Now you're going to sit there. Davis was arrested in September of 2023 and charged with one count of unaliving with an unaliving weapon in connection to the September 1996 Las Vegas pow-powing of Tupac Shakur. The legendary rapper ultimately succumbed to his injuries 6 days later on September 13th, 1996. Child. Not in this case, Michelle. He can't conjure up nothing in this case. And I'm going to be so honest with you. You done dug a hole for yourself, the defense attorney, Keefe D, and anybody else that is connected to you. Does nobody notice that anybody that does business with this man somehow ends up tangled up in some law, some legal stuff, in litigation? The game. Even though he may not have given up very much when it comes down to the lawsuit with Priscilla Rainey, the game is tied up in litigation. Blueface tied up in litigation. And yes, while I know people will be like, he had nothing to do with Blueface. Okay, so the attorneys were getting pulled off of the cases. His civil cases weren't being represented. His home getting a lien on it when Wack had a certain amount of time as his manager because he's so concerned. That's our house. Our house. We, our. Everything is we and our. Our house. We bought this house. We did this. But at the end of the day, you sat up there and allowed that lien to go through on a house because you had a certain amount of time from the time that hit the California court system to the time that it actually went all the way through to contest that lien. And we know that you know about it because Blue was served while he's sitting in Men's Central. Look at Ray J. Regardless of how much they tried to sweep it under the carpet, like, oh, that's just a civil RICO. It's a civil federal RICO. The fact of the matter is, it is a federal case, and you are still admitting that it is a federal case, and people are not picking up on that. You think because he threw the word civil in there that makes a difference in anything? It is a federal RICO case, regardless of how you try to slice it and dice it or season it up to make it go down smooth. Birdman has been named in a case when he broke that actor's jaw. Birdman and his brother were brought in on that case because Wack allegedly was supposed to be working for them. Now this, when are people going to see everything that he touched turns to chin? Stop doing business with this man. When y'all gonna stop doing business? At this point in time, there have been so many videos done, not just by myself, but by other people across the whole internet that have done videos on this right here. And also, let's not forget, Adam 22's credibility dangles and twists in the balance because Wack brought Loose Coochie Ashley up there to that platform to tell his barrage of lies. Oh, I'm sorry. What was it? A mirage of false statements. Adam said he pulled that interview down and said that until he could provide proof, he couldn't come back to No Jumper. Then all of this stuff happened when you started screaming out, you and Loose Coochie Ashley up there screaming out Big U's name, right? Putting Big U in the midst of all of this. Now you got people thinking what they're thinking. And you are known to lie. You're a self-admitted capper. You say and do things for clicks, views, and entertainment purposes. You're a capper. But either way it goes, Keefe D's bail is denied. Regardless to what hype he tries to come back and say, denied. And in the eyes of the law in Nevada, your name is. So let's go over here and let's give out some. Hey, keeping up with the Putters is a member. Welcome to the other side, Bouquet. Okay, happy anniversary. Be more careful. Show Henny the receipts, queen. Show Henny the receipts, queen. Show some love by hitting the like button. Yes, y'all get them likes up, okay? Child. I will be following this closely because when the docs drop, y'all gonna get them. But this was fresh off the press, okay? Associated Press is a very credible source, okay? Very credible source. So I felt, okay, Associated Press is saying this. Let me bring this to y'all. But anywho, that's the Henny for the day. I'm about to go back to vacay for a little bit because I'll be wheels up soon. Yeah. So I just wanted to come and spill that real quick in y'all lap so y'all can have it. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment sections. If you're watching this on the replay, make sure y'all get those like buttons up. Thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in with me and taking this shot of hot Henny. Love is always love y'all, and I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, y'all. Uh-oh.